From the hit series Life in the Amazon comes an all-new spin-off focused on animal life centering on the African rivers. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Life in Africa. From the intimidating Nile crocodile with its razor-sharp teeth and its predatory instincts to the gorgeous African cichlids and tropical fish. To the hungry hippos, the mighty lions, friendly zebras, and the tall reticulated giraffes, every animal from Africa will be discussed. Life in Africa goes live right now. Please press start.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to an all-new episode of Life in Africa. I'm your host, Aqua Alex Cardinelli. Tonight, we are taking a trip to Tanzania to learn about the wildlife that lives in Tanzania. We're going to learn about the aquatic animals that live in Tanzania. So we're going to learn about tropical fish species from Tanzania. We're also going to learn about land animals from Tanzania. And for the first time on Life in Africa, we are going to learn about reptiles from Tanzania. Also, I'm going to give you information on the country, Tanzania. Animals that I will be discussing include lions, impalas, rhinoceroses, and tortoises, Frontosa cichlids, emperor cichlids, bikers, and more. This is going to be a fun episode of Life in Africa. Now, I appreciate everyone that is watching this video, whether you're watching it live or you're catching the replay. Thank you for tuning in, and you're going to have a great time learning about wildlife in Tanzania. Now, I have a question for my audience. Have you ever been to Tanzania? If so, let me know about your trip to Tanzania in the comments. And as always, if you have any thoughts or questions on tonight's topic, please post them in the comments and I will answer your thoughts or your questions. All right, so without further ado, let's go ahead and get this episode started. And first, we're going to start with information on the country Tanzania. So we're going to start with information on the country Tanzania, and now I get to act like a social studies teacher and give you information on South African country Tanzania. All right, so let's learn about Tanzania. It is a country in East Africa within the African Great Lakes region. It borders Uganda to the north, Kenya to the northeast, the Indian Ocean to the east, Mozambique and Malawi to the south, Zambia to the southwest, and Rwanda, Burundi, and the Democratic Republic of the Congo to the west. Mount Kilimanjaro, Africa's highest mountain, is in northeastern Tanzania. According to the 2022 National Census, Tanzania has a population of nearly 62 million people, making it the most populous country located entirely south of the equator. Tanzania is mountainous and densely forested in the northeast, where Mount Kilimanjaro is located. 3 of Africa's Great Lakes are partly within Tanzania. To the north and west lie Lake Victoria, Africa's largest lake, and Lake Tanganyika, the continent's deepest lake, known for its unique species of fish. To the south lies Lake Malawi. The eastern shore is hot and humid, with the Zanzibar archipelago just offshore. The Mene Bay Conservation Area is Zanzibar's largest marine protected area. The Kalambo Falls, located on the Kalambo River at the Zambian border, is the second highest uninterrupted waterfall in Africa. Tanzania is one of the most visited tourist destinations for safaris. Tanzania is the 13th largest country in Africa and the 31st largest country in the world, ranked between the larger Egypt and smaller Nigeria. Climate varies greatly within Tanzania. In the highlands, temperatures range between 10 and 20 degrees Celsius, which is 50 and 68 degrees Fahrenheit, during cold and hot seasons, respectively. The rest of the country has temperatures rarely falling lower than 20 degrees Celsius, which is 68 degrees Fahrenheit. The hottest period extends between November and February, with temperatures during that time period ranging 25 to 31 degrees Celsius or 77 to 87.8 degrees Fahrenheit, while the coldest periods occur between May and August, 15 to 20 degrees Celsius or 59 to 68 degrees Fahrenheit. Annual temperature is 20 degrees Celsius, which is 68 degrees Fahrenheit. The climate is cool in high mountainous regions. Tanzania has two major rainfall periods. One is unimodal, October through April, and the other is bimodal, October through December and March through May. The former is experienced in southern, central, and western parts of the country, and the latter is found in the north from Lake Victoria, extending east to the coast. The bimodal rainfall is caused by the seasonal migration of the intertropical convergence zone. Climate change in Tanzania is resulting in rising temperatures with a higher likelihood of intense rainfall events. This results in flooding, and of dry spells, which results in droughts. Climate change is already impacting the sectors in Tanzania of agriculture, water resources, health, and energy. Sea levels rise and changes in the quality of water are expected to impact fisheries and aquaculture. Tanzania contains around 20% of the species of Africa's enormous warm-blooded animal populace, found over its 21 national parks, reserves, 1 conservation area, and 3 marine parks. Spread over a zone in excess of 42,000 square kilometers, which is 16,000 square miles, and shaping around 38% of the nation's area. Tanzania has 21 national parks, plus a variety of game and forest reserves, including the Ngorongoro Conservation Area. However, there are so many people who live in Ngorongoro and try to affect the environment. In western Tanzania, Gombe Stream National Park is the site of Jane Goodall's ongoing study of chimpanzee behavior, which started in 1960. Tanzania is highly biodiverse and contains a wide variety of animal habitats. Tanzania's Serengeti Plain, white-bearded wildebeest, and other bovids and zebras participate in a large-scale annual migration. Tanzania is home to about 130 amphibian and over 275 reptile species, many of them strictly endemic and included in the International Union for Conservation of Nature's Red List of Countries. Tanzania has the largest lion population in the world. And that is information on the country Tanzania. Now it's time for the best part of the show. It's time to learn about the different animals from Tanzania. And we're going to start with land animals from Tanzania. So let's learn about some land animals from Tanzania. And the first land animal we're going to learn about from Tanzania is the impala, a very cool herbivorous animal from Tanzania. So here is some information on the impala. Now, impalas are medium-sized antelopes that roam the savanna and light woodlands of eastern and southern Africa. In the rainy season, when food is plentiful, they may gather in large herds of several hundred animals to browse on grasses and herbs, bushes, shrubs, and shoots. Herds offer protection from predators, such as lions. An alert impala will bark out an alarm that puts the entire herd to flight, and a fleeing impala is no easy prey. Impalas are fleet runners who are able to leap distances of up to 33 feet. They use this technique to escape predators and sometimes apparently simply to amaze themselves. So they can jump to escape predators and amaze themselves. How cool is that? And they can jump up to 33 feet in the air. The impala can also clear bushes and other obstacles by soaring some 10 feet in the air. Typically, a running impala will simply jump over anything in its path. The impala, a very cool animal that you'll find in Tanzania. Now we're going to get to some predators from Tanzania. And as I mentioned a few moments ago, Tanzania has the largest lion population in Africa, and I also believe in the world. So let's learn about lions right now. Lions are a very cool cat. Lions have strong, compact bodies and powerful forelegs, teeth, and jaws for pulling down and killing prey. Their coats are yellow gold, and adult males have shaggy manes that range in color from blonde to reddish brown to black. The length and color of a lion's mane is likely determined by age, genetics, and hormones. Young lions have light spotting on their coats that disappear as they grow. Without their coats, lion and tiger bodies are so similar that only experts can tell them apart. Lions stand between 3.5 and 4 feet tall at the shoulder. Males grow to lengths of 10 feet and have a 2 to 3 foot tail. They weigh from 330 to 550 pounds. Slightly smaller, females grow to lengths of 9 feet and weigh between 265 and 395 pounds. Lions inhabit a wide range of habitats, from open plains to thick brush and dry thorn forest. Except for a small population of the Indian lion subspecies that remains in the Jura forest of northwest India, lions now live only in Africa, from the Sahara's southern fringe to northern South Africa. Lions primarily eat large animals that weigh from 100 to 1,000 pounds, such as zebra and wildebeest. In times of shortage, they also catch and eat a variety of smaller animals, from rodents to reptiles. Lions also steal kills from hyenas, leopards, and other predators. At times, they may lose their own catches to hyena groups. Lions may also feed on domestic livestock, especially in areas near villages. Lions are the world's most social felines. They live in groups of related females called prides, which may comprise several to as many as 40 individuals, including adults, subadults between the ages of 2 and 4, and cubs, plus one or more resident males. Abundance of prey availability plays a significant role in the size of a lion pride. Pride mates associate in subgroups within the pride. And that is information on one of Africa's top predators, the lion. Now, let's learn about another feline predator from Tanzania, and that is the cheetah, one of the fastest mammals in the world. One of the fastest felines in the world is the cheetah. Now, cheetahs have slender, long-legged bodies with blunt, semi-retractable claws. Their heads are small with high-set eyes. A black tear mark runs from the inner corner of each eye down to the mouth. A cheetah's teeth are small when compared with other big cats, which accommodates their larger nasal passages that enable quick air intake. Adults have yellow or tan, short, coarse fur with solid black round or oval spots measuring 0.75 to 1.5 inches in diameter. The spots cover nearly the entire body. Only the white throat and belly are unmarked. The tail ends with 4 to 6 black rings and a bushy white or black tuft. Cheetah spots may serve as camouflage for both hunting and hiding. Their spots may offset the shadows in the gray-hudded grasses they often inhabit, allowing them to blend in with their surroundings. Camouflage is essential not only for stalking prey, but also for protecting cheetah cubs from predators. A cheetah cub's smoky gray mantle may serve as added camouflage among dead grasses. Much like a human fingerprint, a cheetah's spots and the ring pattern of its tail are unique, enabling researchers in the field to identify individuals. Cheetahs are aerodynamically built for speed and are the fastest land mammal. At top speed, they advance 23 feet in a single stride and complete 4 strides per second. That top speed averages between 60 and 70 miles per hour and can be maintained for only about 300 yards. Cheetahs can accelerate from 0 to 45 miles per hour in just about 2.5 seconds. No other land mammal surpasses their short sprints. Cheetahs are carnivores, and they eat a variety of small animals. While most cats are nocturnal predators, cheetahs are primarily diurnal, hunting in the early morning and late afternoon. Cheetahs eat small antelope, including springbok, steenbok, duikers, impala, and gazelles, as well as the young of larger animals, including warthog. They also eat game birds and rabbits. About half of a cheetah's prey chases are successful. If successful in catching an animal, cheetahs suffocate their prey by clamping down on the animal's windpipe. The jaw structure of a cheetah can create a vice-like grip. Very small animals like hares are killed by a simple bite through the skull. But whatever the meal, large or small, cheetahs eat quickly, as they can be bullied away from their catch by lions, hyenas, and sometimes group of vultures. Cheetahs lose about 50% of their food this way. Cheetahs have unusually clean eating habits. They do not return to their kill, nor do they eat carrion. They leave the bones and entrails of their prey. And that is the beautiful cheetah. Now let's learn about one of Tanzania's most popular animals. Let's learn about the chimpanzee, shall we? The chimpanzee, a very cool animal, but also a very dangerous animal. Unfortunately, many years ago, people were keeping chimpanzees as pets, and in 2009, someone had their face ripped off. A friend of a pet owner who had a chimpanzee had her face ripped off in 2009. Her name was Charla Nash. That was a horrific tragedy that America will always remember. But anyway, chimpanzees are great apes found across Central and Western Africa. Along with bonobos, they are our closest living relatives, sharing 98.7% of our genetic blueprint. Humans and chimps are also thought to share a common ancestor who lived some 7 to 13 million years ago. Chimpanzees are highly social. They live in communities of several dozen animals, led by an alpha male and his coalition of male allies. Research has shown that male and female chimpanzees have individual personalities, with females being more trusting and timid. Grooming is an important part of their social life, helping chimpanzees bond as they remove ticks and dirt from one another's bodies. Chimpanzees have the widest range of any great ape. Though many populations live in tropical rainforests, they can also be found in woodlands and grasslands spanning from Central to Western Africa. They usually sleep in trees, typically the sturdy Ugandan ironwood tree, which offers the most firm and stable place to sleep, and build themselves nests of leaves. Chimps also do most of their eating in trees. Though they generally prefer fruits and plants, they have a varied diet that also includes insects, eggs, nuts, and hundreds of other things. Chimpanzees relish meat and have been known to kill and eat monkeys, small antelope, and even tortoises, which they slam against trees to break open their shells. And that is the chimpanzee. Now we're going to learn about a species of pig that is commonly found in Tanzania, and that is the common warthog. And the common warthog is an ugly animal, I must tell you, but they live in Tanzania. The common warthog are pigs who live in open and semi-open habitats, even in quite arid regions in sub-Saharan Africa. The common warthog is the only pig species that has adapted to grazing and savanna habitats. Its diet is omnivorous, composed of grasses, roots, berries, and other fruits, bark, fungi, insects, eggs, and carrion. The diet is seasonably variable depending on availability of different food items. Although capable of fighting, males fight each other during mating season. The common warthog's primary defense is to flee by means of fast sprinting. When threatened, warthogs can run at speeds of up to 48 kilometers per hour, which is 30 miles per hour. They will run with their tails sticking up and will enter their dens rear first with tusks facing out. The common warthog's main predators are humans, lions, leopards, cheetahs, crocodiles, wild dogs, and hyenas. And that is the wild hog that you'll find in Tanzania. Now, let's learn about our last land animal from Tanzania. And our last land animal from Tanzania is the black rhino. Let's learn about the black rhino, shall we? Now, black rhinos are generally thought to be solitary, with the only strong bond between a mother and her calf. In addition, bulls and cows have a consort relationship during mating. Also, subadults and young adults frequently form loose associations with older individuals of either sex. They are not very territorial and often intersect other rhino territories. Black rhinos have a reputation for being extremely aggressive and charge readily at perceived threats. They have even been observed to charge tree trunks and termite mounds. Black rhinos will fight each other, and they have the highest rates of mortal combat recorded for any mammal. About 50% of males and 30% of females die from combat-related injuries. Adult rhinos normally have no natural predators, thanks to their imposing size, as well as their thick skin and deadly horns. However, adult black rhinos have fallen prey to crocodiles in exceptional circumstances. Calves and very seldom small subadults may be preyed upon by lions as well. Black rhinos are herbivorous browsers that eat leafy plants, twigs, branches, shoots, thorny wood bushes, small trees, legumes, fruit, and grass. And that is the black rhino. Those are land animals that call Tanzania home. Now we are going to learn about aquatic animals that call Tanzania home, and we're going to learn about fish species from Tanzania. So the first fish species from Tanzania is one of my all-time favorite African cichlids. And it's an African cichlid that I would consider keeping, and it's an African cichlid that I love. And that is the Frontosa cichlid. Yes, that's right, folks. Frontosa cichlids can be found in Tanzania. Now, there are an abundance of different types of Frontosa, and many of them can be found in Tanzania. Frontosa are often called the humphead cichlid, and they can grow to about a foot long. Frontosa cichlids, believe it or not, are very popular in the aquarium hobby, so much so that many Frontosas are now captive bred, which is great. Let's keep as many wild Frontosas in Tanzania as possible. The Frontosa, very beautiful fish, and they live in Tanzania. Our next cichlid from Tanzania is one of the largest cichlids in the world, and it's also a cichlid I would consider keeping. It is a cichlid that I would love to keep at some point, and it is the emperor cichlid. And as I said, it is one of the largest cichlids in the world, second to the Chimpanzees peacock bass from South America. Now, the emperor cichlid is the only member of its genus. It is the largest African cichlid species and a prized food fish around Lake Tanganyika. The emperor cichlid is endemic to Lake Tanganyika, where it occurs in portions of the lake controlled by Burundi, the Democratic Republic of the Congo, Tanzania, and Zambia. Within this range, it is a relatively common species found in coastal areas to depths of 100 meters, 330 feet. Adults are chiefly fishivorous, meaning they eat fish, while juveniles are omnivores. They also display habitat differences related to age, with adults living in small, pelagic foraging groups when not spawning, while juveniles use shallower, rock-strewn waters for the protective cover they provide. Now, the emperor cichlid is a really cool fish. I've only seen them for sale at a local fish store one time, and that was when I was living in Massachusetts. And I can remember the local fish store employee calling them the baddest cichlid on the planet. He was like, they're the baddest cichlid on the planet. They might be the baddest cichlid on the planet, but personally, I think the dovi is the baddest cichlid on the planet. Now, having said that, I personally would love to keep a emperor cichlid, and if I ever come across one, I definitely will keep a emperor cichlid. All right. Now, the last fish species we're going to talk about before we take our quick intermission, one of my all-time favorite biker species. It is the Polypterus ornate. The ornate biker can be found in Tanzania. That's right, the ornate biker, one of the most commonly available bikers in the aquarium hobby, can be found in Tanzania. Now, the ornate biker can get to about 18 inches in length, and it is a popular aquarium fish. A lot of people like to keep the ornate biker because, look at it, it is a very attractive, it's a very gorgeous biker. It has a nice marble pattern, a nice gold color, and it's very easy to keep. The ornate biker calls Tanzania rivers, lakes, and ponds home. Tanzania is also home to many other biker species, including the Senegal biker and the dusty biker as well. I love the ornate biker, but I haven't seen any for sale at my local fish store in quite a long time. The next time I do, I probably will snag one up for my 125-gallon aquarium. All right. Right now, we are going to go ahead and take a quick intermission. This intermission is being brought to us by our supporters, Oasis Aquatics and Little Egypt Aquarium Club. If you're looking for quality freshwater fish and saltwater fish, check out oasisaquaticsnj.com. You'll find fish like arowanas, stingrays, datnoids, catfish, cichlids, like Frontosa, and more at oasisaquaticsnj.com. Need quality aquarium supplies? Check out Little Egypt Aquarium Club, and Jeremy will hook you up with quality aquarium supplies. And don't forget to use discount code ALEX to save 10%. Also, during this intermission, you're going to hear about 2 amazing books written by 2 of my personal friends who are amazing authors. And you're going to hear about this Saturday's Friday Live. And you're also going to hear about my 10-year anniversary coming up in 6 weeks. So Life in Africa continues right after this intermission. Don't go anywhere, folks. We will be right back with more right after this.
So my name is Tom. I started fish keeping when my grandfather dug a fish tank out of the attic when I was about 5 years old.
So my name's Matt. I'm part of Oasis Aquatics. Been doing this for a long time. Started when I was about 7 years old. 22 years of doing this business.
I'm 29 years old now. I never stopped. There wasn't a day in between where I did not think about fish keeping.
I was doing a vet tech job for many years. Eventually I stopped that because this is my passion in my life.
Matt and I have known each other far too long, as many friendships should be.
And you're like, you know what? We need a fish store. There's no fish stores around here. So we had to make it easy access for everyone, to have many varieties from the little small stuff for everyone to the monster fish keeper people.
No matter what it is that you're looking to do, we can provide it for you.
Little Egypt Aquarium Club is a proud supporter of Aqua Alex Cardinal and Aquatic Wetline. Little Egypt Aquarium Club is an aquarium club in Redbud, Illinois, but it's also an online tropical fish supplies website. On the Little Egypt Aquarium Club website, you'll find tropical fish food such as repashy and flakes. You'll also find medications and breeding supplies and even live angel fish. Everything and anything you may need for your freshwater aquarium can be found at Little Egypt Aquarium Club. Orders over $200 get free shipping. Little Egypt Aquarium Club is giving a 10% discount by using the code ALEX. Remember, save 10% by using coupon code ALEX. Little Egypt Aquarium Club, my Shopify. Come.
Do you have kids who want to get a fish tank? Do your kids want to enter the aquarium hobby? The aquarium hobby is very relaxing and rewarding, but it can be quite the undertaking for a first-time hobbyist. Luckily, there is one young man who was once in your shoes. He decided to research and learn about the aquarium hobby, and used his experiences to write and publish a book for future kids entering the aquarium hobby. Introducing Fish Keeping for Kids, written and published by Brian Conway. Everything you need to know about the aquarium hobby in one book. Fish Keeping for Kids is a guide to keeping fish and other aquatic creatures. It uses easy-to-read language and images to help the information be easily understood. While it was written especially for kids 8 years old and up, it is a good guide for people of any age. This book covers all the basics and some intermediate level topics to help someone get started and learn more about caring for fish and other aquatic animals. What do you get from Fish Keeping for Kids? Friendly. It was written by a kid for kids. Simple. Written in easy-to-understand language for kids and adults. Informative. Full of charts, graphs, and diagrams to make it easy to follow along with. Complete. All of the things someone should know when they start fish keeping. For more information and to purchase a copy of Fish Keeping for Kids, please visit www.fishkeepingforkids.com. That's fishkeepingforkids.com.
Do you love to read? Are you looking for the next drama fiction book to read? You should check out Moments the Weekend, written and published by Catherine Jones. Escape into a world of emotions and experiences with Catherine's latest book, Moments the Weekend. Immerse yourself in a captivating journey that explores the magic hidden within the ordinary. About the book. In Moments the Weekend, discover the power of seemingly simple moments as they unfold over a weekend. Through laughter, tears, and unexpected twists, the characters invite you to join them on a roller coaster of emotions. It's a story that will resonate with anyone who cherishes the beauty of life's fleeting moments. Why you'll love it. Engaging characters you'll connect with. A plot that keeps you hooked from start to finish. A celebration of the beauty in everyday life. Thank you for your support. As an independent author, your support means the world to Catherine. Thank you for being part of this incredible journey. Get your copy today and dive into the magic. https://tntbsmedia.com/ Saturday, January 27th. It's WWE Royal Rumble. Who will win the Royal Rumble matches and headline WrestleMania 40? Due to the Royal Rumble airing Saturday, January 27th, it's time for the very first Friday Live of 2024. Live this Friday, January 26, 2024, at 10 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Pacific, I have an action-packed show coming your way. Kick off Royal Rumble weekend the right way. WWE fanboy Alex Cardinale will make his first appearance on Friday Live, as he will preview the 2024 edition of WE's Royal Rumble. Sergeant Slaughter will be making 3 appearances because he has a triple set of facts. Sergeant Slaughter will have facts on WWE Royal Rumble, with both the Royal Rumble match facts and the pay-per-view itself. Sergeant Slaughter will also have facts on January, since this will be our last episode of January. Finally, Sergeant Slaughter will have facts on a restaurant from New England well known for its ice cream. Learn about Friendly's restaurant. The Oasis Aquatics featured fish will be the orange Xingu pike cichlids. Aqua Alex's featured fish will be the L200 green phantom pleco. Chef Alex will have another diabetic-friendly recipe for you. Alex will recap the month of January and give out tips for a successful job interview. Plus, don't miss Karens of the Week, NFL playoffs discussion, funny videos, and more. Live Friday, January 26, 2024 at 10 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Pacific on YouTube channel The Real Alex Cardinale and Instagram Alex Cardinale 93.
And this Friday's animal of the world, animal of the week, is the giraffe. The giraffe is a land animal that you'll find in Tanzania. That's right, the giraffe lives in Tanzania. Learn about giraffes this Friday at 10 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Pacific on Friday Live. Now here is our last promotion, and then the show will return.
It all begins again. You are invited to celebrate 10 years of Alex Cardinale on YouTube. Alex Cardinale created this YouTube channel on March 6, 2014. At the very beginning, this channel was dedicated to tropical fish and aquariums. As the years progressed, this channel has incorporated WWE, cooking and baking, crime discussion, and even a Saturday talk show. Now, 10 years later, I am growing bigger and better on YouTube. I now have well over 1,000 videos, well over 16,000 subscribers, and well over 200 million views. For 10 years straight, I've put my blood, sweat, and tears into this YouTube channel. Through the good and the bad, one thing has always remained true. Alex Cardinale will always be on YouTube. No one or nothing can stop me from creating my quality content, and no one can stop all my success. From 2014 to 2024, I've persevered through the hard times and celebrated all the good times. I'm very thankful for my loyal audience. Now on March 6th and March 7th, 2024, it all begins again. It's a new beginning. Let's celebrate a decade of dominance, a decade of perseverance, a decade of the unexpected, a decade of greatness, and of course a decade of being legendary. The 10-year YouTube anniversary will be a 2-night extravaganza beginning Wednesday, March 6th, 2024, and concluding at the end of the show on Thursday, March 7th, 2024. Both shows will begin promptly at 9 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Pacific, and will air live on YouTube channel The Real Alex Cardinale. It will be a stupendous event, and you are all invited to be there. The 10-year YouTube anniversary extravaganza begins Wednesday, March 6, 2024, at 9 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Pacific. Night 1 of the 10-year YouTube anniversary has a stupendous lineup. There will be a very special, mystery surprise guest who will be revealed during the show. Loyal viewer and personal friend Jeremy Stelhern will be another guest joining the fun. Chef Alex is celebrating a decade of being on YouTube in style. Chef Alex will whip out the KitchenAid stand mixer and preheat the oven because he will be making cannoli sandwich cookies and red velvet cheesecake. Aqua Alex will also be in attendance, and he will discuss something fishy and may even get new fish and have a surprise in store for the audience. Alex will have a surprise vlog-style video at a cool location. It could be a zoo, it could be an amusement park, it could be a casino. It will be revealed during the show. Surprise appearances. Who will make an appearance this year? Detective Alex will discuss the Springfield, Massachusetts Strangler Alfred Gaynor. All that and more. Live Wednesday, March 6, 2024 at 9 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Pacific on YouTube channel The Real Alex Cardinale. The stupendous 10-year anniversary party continues on Night 2, live Thursday, March 7, 2024, at 9 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Pacific on YouTube channel The Real Alex Cardinale. Another stupendous lineup in store to conclude the 10-year anniversary. Aquatic wetline supporter and Oasis Aquatics owner Tom McGuire will be one of our special guests. What will he discuss? Will he bring a special fish keeping gift for all the fish keepers watching? Hint, there may be an Oasis Aquatics discount. Business mentor, podcaster, and personal friend, Catherine Jones, will be another guest to join the party. Catherine has known Alex since 2013 and has been with him throughout this incredible journey. Aqua Alex will do an Oasis Aquatics unboxing and have some other fish surprises. Chef Alex celebrates 10 years in style once again by showing you how to make a cheap man's version of veal parmigiana using beef. Chef Alex will also show you how to make a chocolate cake with peanut butter frosting. There will be another surprise vlog at a surprise mystery location. Who will make special appearances? Will it be a legend like Mick Foley or Kurt Angle from years past? Detective Alex Cardinale will discuss a shooting that happened at a Lake Worth, Florida high school. All that and more. Live Thursday, March 7th, 2024 at 9 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Pacific on YouTube channel The Real Alex Cardinale. Be part of history and have fun.
All right, welcome back to Life in Africa, episode 5. And tonight we are talking about wildlife in Tanzania. If you're just tuning in now, we're back from our intermission. And I talked about land animals that live in Tanzania. We talked about impalas, lions, cheetahs, warthogs, and chimpanzees. And I went over a couple of fish species that call Tanzania home. We talked about the Frontosa, the emperor cichlid, and the Ornate Bichir. Now we are going to conclude the show with more fish species, and then we're going to get into reptiles for the very first time here on Life in Africa. So let's continue this amazing show. Let's pick up where we left off. So our next fish species that lives in Tanzania is called the Malawi eye biter cichlid. And I got to tell you, The Malawi eye-biter cichlid is a very interesting looking fish. Now, from what I understand, this is a predatory African cichlid, and they like to bite the eyes off of other fish, and they will eat smaller fish. However, what I like about the Malawi eye-biter cichlid is that they get beautiful when they grow up. They get a nice blue coloration and orange on their fins. Very cool fish. Very cool, in fact, and I'm actually considering getting one for my 125-gallon aquarium. So let's learn a little bit about the Malawi eye-biter. These cichlids are mainly fishivorous, especially on small fish, and are nearly unique among fish species in that they swallow their prey tail first instead of flipping it around head first. This species can be found in Malawi, Mozambique, and Tanzania. It is endemic to Lake Malawi, Lake Malawi, and the Upper Shire River in East Africa. Definitely a very, very cool fish, if you ask me, and I definitely want one. Another African fish from Tanzania that I really want to keep is a species of tetra found in Africa. It is a large growing tetra found in Africa. My dad kept one before. I never had the opportunity to keep one, and I really would like to keep one eventually, so maybe I'll get one for my 125 eventually. It is known as a Disciatus sexifasciatus, or the 6-bar Disciatus. It is a large charasin from Africa. These guys can get up to 2 feet in length, so they're like Africa's pacu. I guess you can call the Disciatus sexifasciatus Africa's pacu. I probably just butchered your name. Bear with me. But from what I understand, they get up to 24 inches in length. They are an aggressive charasin, but they can be kept with semi-aggressive fish like Oscars, Severums, Jack Dempseys, Parachromis, Amphilophus, and even African cichlids and large catfish. I think they're like Africa's version of Leporinus also, in the fact that, like Leporinus fin nip, the Disciatus may also fin nip as well. But it really depends on the personality of each individual fish. Like humans, each individual fish are different. They're not all going to behave the same. Very, very cool charasin from Tanzania. The next fish we're going to talk about, you often find in saltwater. The next species of fish is actually related to the seahorse. It is in the seahorse family, but they do live in freshwater, and that is the African freshwater pipefish. The African freshwater pipefish, very unique fish, but they're very delicate and sensitive, and they're kind of hard to keep in the aquarium hobby. A lot of them perish in the aquarium hobby for one reason or another, so I feel the African freshwater pipefish should be kept in nature, and they're found in Tanzania and other countries of Africa. The freshwater pipefish can grow to 7 inches in length. They're a copepod eater. They like eating copepods. They're peaceful. So in the aquarium hobby, you can feed them frozen copepods and bloodworms. Due to their timid and delicate nature, they should not be kept with larger, fast-moving fish. And the last fish species that we're going to talk about for this week's show, or in this episode of Life in Africa, is normally a saltwater fish, but it does travel in Tanzania lakes and rivers. And unfortunately, it is not an aquarium hobby fish, simply because it just grows way too big for most aquarium hobbyist aquariums. And that is the large-toothed sawfish, a very unique-looking creature. It looks like a saw. Very cool fish. I don't know much about the sawfish, so I'm not going to say anything about them, but they are a very cool fish, and you will find them in Tanzania. And now it's time for our main event, and now we're going to talk about reptile species that call Tanzania home. You know, ever since Brian Barczyk passed away, I've taken a real liking into reptiles. I've liked the green anaconda. I've been studying the green anaconda a lot. I've also been studying crocodilians a lot, turtles a lot, iguanas a lot, and other different types of reptiles. So here on out, to pay tribute and to honor Brian Barczyk, on every episode of Life in Africa, every episode of Life in Africa, and every episode of Life in the Amazon will feature some sort of reptile segment when we're talking about different countries from Africa and South America. So that's going to be awesome to pay respects to a reptile great. So now let's talk about some reptiles from Tanzania. I don't know much about these reptiles, so I'm not going to speak much about them. I'm just going to show you some of these reptiles. So up first, we have a tortoise. It is a very beautiful tortoise, and it is known as the leopard tortoise. It is called the leopard tortoise because it has the markings and coloration of a leopard. Very, very gorgeous animal. You got to love the leopard tortoise. Very, very nice animal. The next reptile we're going to talk about is known as a monitor lizard. These are nice looking as well, but they can be very aggressive from what I understand. Very nice looking reptile. I can't believe it's a lizard. It looks huge to be a lizard, but yes, it's actually a lizard. And we have a venomous species of snake that calls Tanzania home, and that is the Gaboon viper. The Gaboon viper can be found in Tanzania. It is a venomous snake, so you definitely don't want to mess with the Gaboon viper. And last but not least, our final reptile, one of the most famous reptiles in the pet industry. A lot of people love them because they change colors a lot, and that is the chameleon. The chameleon is definitely an adorable reptile, definitely an adorable animal, and you can find the chameleon in Tanzania. What a beautiful reptile the chameleon actually is. Very, very beautiful. All right, and that is everything I have for you on this episode of Life in Africa. I hope you enjoyed learning about the wildlife in Tanzania. Now, before I go, I would like to apologize for mispronouncing Tanzania a couple of times throughout the show. If you watched the show from the start to the end, you might have noticed that I mispronounced Tanzania a couple of times. My apologies, did not do that on purpose. You could also laugh at the mispronunciations of some of the scientific names that I mentioned too. You can laugh at that as well. But anywho, I hope you enjoyed the show, and I hope you learned a lot about Tanzania and all the animals that call Tanzania home. I certainly had a blast educating you about Tanzania. All right. On our next episode of Life in Africa in a couple of weeks, we're going to travel to Senegal, and we're going to learn about wildlife in Senegal. So on the next episode of Life in Africa, get ready to learn about the animals that call Senegal home. Learn about the land animals that live in Senegal. Learn about the fish species that live in Senegal, and learn about the reptile species that live in Senegal on the next episode of Life in Africa. Thank you, everyone, for watching this episode of Life in Africa. If you enjoyed the episode, please go ahead and hit that like button, and feel free to share this video on social media. If you haven't already, please subscribe to my YouTube channel, The Real Alex Cardinelli, and ding the notification bell to be notified when I go live next or when I upload a new video. I've got a lot of great videos coming up, including my 10-year YouTube anniversary and more amazing African content coming your way. With that being said, thank you for watching this episode and have a great rest of your day. Aqua Alex Cardinelli signing off from Lake Worth, Florida. Good night, everybody.
The Real Alex Cardinale would like to thank you for watching this live stream. I hope you enjoyed the show and learned something new. Please take a moment to hit the like button. Please hit the share button and share today's video on social media, including Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and more. If you are not yet subscribed, I highly recommend subscribing to my channel. Simply hit the subscribe button and then ding the notification bell so you'll be notified when I go live next or upload a new video. Please like our Facebook page, The Real Alex Cardinale, for exclusive news and updates on live streams and exciting videos. Have a great rest of your day, and thanks for watching.